Hi, Pam Lee. I'm here to talk to you today about my favorite window treatment. That's right, shutters. As far as I'm concerned, there's no better product for a window than shutters. There's several reasons for it. Number one, when it comes to windows, I think of windows as function and cosmetics. Function is what you need to do to correct some issues you might be having with your window. For example, too much sun, which can fade your furniture and your carpet and anything else you might have near the window, pillows and that sort of thing. It's the most energy efficient of all products. I know people are touting self shades and this sort of thing is energy efficient, and they are, don't get me wrong. But when you're going to spend the kind of money that you do with self shades, especially if you start getting into some of the options like the cordless or the top down bottom up, then you're talking about the same kind of money for shutters. You know, and talking about the top down bottom up and the self shades is a product that's either open or it's closed. So if they're open, you're not going to have any privacy. These shutters gives you everything. It gives you the function and it gives you the cosmetics, it gives you the look, because these shutters have a frame around them and a sill cover. So you have the cosmetics, it looks good, and the function. So those of you out there, and I know, I know men, so let's just be frank, they'll go out and they'll spend a ton of money on the latest golf equipment or golf cart or shoes or something like that, but when it comes to window treatments, they want you to go to Walmart. Well, if you're lucky enough to be married to a man who knows value, shutters are actually the best value in window treatment. And I recommend them completely, and of course I have them on my windows. So let me talk to you about shutters for a little bit so that you know a little bit about them. Number one, there's a lot of manufacturers of shutters, a lot. And there's a certain shutter that I'm not going to actually name them because I probably would get sued, but I'm not going to mention the company, but let's just put it this way. There's differences in quality, and just like anything else in life, you get what you pay for. So this particular company is out of Central Florida, so it's made right here in America by Americans, which I like. I've been to the factory again, and I've seen their work. I've worked with them, been selling their product for over 7 years now, and I can tell you that this is a good quality product. And there's a lot of different reasons why. They don't take shortcuts. There's shortcuts that can be made in the manufacture of shutters, and they don't do it. So the warranty on these is 25 years. Shutters is considered a lifelong product. It also gives you incredible value in your home if you ever decide to sell it, because people know the value of shutters. Unlike any other window treatments that the strings break or the carriers stick or anything else, this product is made to last, and it does a great job. Now, the shutter is made up basically of a frame, and this frame usually sits in the inside of your drywall wrapped window. And so this part is flush up against your wall. Now, this part here is called a louver. Okay, now you notice that my shutter here does not have the tilt bar in the front. I was watching the movie Larry Crown the other day, and Julia Roberts is sitting there looking at him through her shutter, and she used the tilt bar to open and close her louvers, and I'm like, no! It's a misconception that that bar is there to open and close the louvers, because every shutter manufacturer will tell you do not use that tilt bar to open and close your louvers. It's on there loose for a reason. The whole reason that tilt bar is on there is to make sure that the louvers all open and close at the same time. This particular system is a hidden tilt. The mechanism for making the louvers all open and close at the same time is actually hidden behind. So that way you don't have anything interfering with your view. If you look at some of the other videos that I have posted, you'll see some windows that I put shutters on that have some fantastic views, and the homeowner is very happy because the shutters did not interfere with her view. So these are the louvers. This particular one is a 4.5-inch louver, which is actually my favorite, even on small windows. because number one, there's less louvers, and also there's more area between the louvers, sort of like the faux wood ones that I was showing you. The wider the slats, the more in between. Well, the same is true with the shutters. So I really like the 4.5s. I'll show you the 3.5s, which is that one over there in just a moment. But this one right here, this part here is called a panel, and this panel hinges to the frame. And it opens, and this is what you do. You open it in order to get to your window if you want to clean it, you know, once every 10 years, whether it's dirty or not, and also to open and close your window. As far as dirtying the windows, that's why I love shutters. They keep the dirt off your windows, they really do. And they're not hard to clean at all, just a little Swiffer action. And the dust comes right off. If there's any marks that get on it at all, one of those white magic erasers just wipes it right off. I love them. They're great. And it's really easy. So if your budget can afford these, or even if you just do one window at a time, it is well worth it, because it gives you every single function of every other window treatment that's out on the market. When they're closed up, you have blackout, because with the situation of the panel, you see it goes in here, the light and the heat and everything are stopped right here. And so when this closes, you have a seal to keep the light and the heat out. And only when you open the louvers will you get light. So you can still have your media room or light and still keep your view. This shutter over here has a 3.5-inch louver, and this also has a divider bar in it, is which we usually do on the double hung windows, is we will put the divider bar right where your windows meet. Okay, and again, it's still the same thing. It's got the frame, it's got the sill cover, and it's got the panel that is hinged to the frame. And there's various ways that you can have them hinge, and I'm happy to give you a free field evaluation to tell you exactly how yours would come out. But I love this company. This company has a feature which a lot of the other companies don't, is it has an aluminum core that runs all the way through the louver so that it can go wider distances. We have a window that's very popular here in Central Florida, and it's a 72-inch wide window, which is basically two 35-inch windows that are set side by side. Now I can do that with this company's shutters. I can do that in 2 panels.